Hello, a big warm welcome to Genius Tech Review. I'm Dave Harris and today I'm going to be reviewing, as always. What am I reviewing today? Well, here it comes. Hi YouTubers, it's Dave Harris here and you're watching Genius Tech Review. Today we're going to talk about the differences between DropBox and Cubby. Cubby being the new product from the company LogMeIn. So ourselves here at Genius Tech Review, we've been using DropBox for some time now, and for our support side of the business we've been recommending it to customers for its ease of use, the way it syncs and its simplicity. So we're looking today at Cubby. Cubby is from LogMeIn, a big company with a reputable history. We use their support products as an example, and they offer the LogMeIn service for you to be able to connect to your work or home PC from different locations. The main thing we're seeing here is their generosity with space and their cheap pricing at the moment with their sort of introductory offers. DropBox traditionally would give you 2 GB for free, whereas Cubby is giving you a 5 GB account for free at the moment. That's pretty good, significant, and it's more than twice the volume. So pricing as well. If you do go up to a paid version, you can get DropBox standard. It's been the same price for a while, $9.99 for 100 gig. However, Cubby have come in with a special offer of just $3.99 a month for the same amount of space. And when you start increasing through the amount of users and to build up your potential company's Cubby subscription, it's a lot cheaper than DropBox. The way that the software works is pretty much the same. It's a syncing application where folders within a folder on your files within a folder on your computer will sync up to the cloud and then sync back down to a mobile device. And depending on your internet speeds, this will be faster or slower. However, we have found DropBox and Cubby to both be excellent at this. So along with the pricing, that's a big thing for me. You know, we all want to keep our costs down, and obviously for free users getting more space. What else is it about Cubby that we like? Well, with Cubby you can use a feature of theirs called Direct Sync, and what this does, say you have a 5 GB account with them and you've got 5 GB in your Cubby file up in the cloud, clearly you're not going to be able to store anymore because you've reached your limit. However, what you can do is direct sync files from machine to machine. So in effect, your machines form their own cloud. So files on my laptop might sync with files on my desktop directly. So instead of going up to the cloud and back down to another machine, you are doing this yourself with your own network. Now this is something that DropBox don't offer, and believe it or not, it's unlimited. Because you're storing on your own machine and not on Cubby's servers, you can store as much as you want. Bear in mind you're going to need the hard disk space to do so. So for me, this was a quick wrap up of DropBox versus Cubby. Thanks for watching our review and our brief description of Cubby, the new product from LogMeIn, and how it works and how it competes with DropBox. But it's all good me sitting here telling a pretty story, so let's have a look on the desktop, on a Windows and a Mac machine, what they both look like neck and neck.
Okay, so let's have a little look at how we run both DropBox and Cubby on a Mac. So as you can see, up at the bar, at the top of the screen, we've got both the DropBox and the Cubby icon. When we hover over DropBox, we get a bit of information pop up there showing us what it's doing at any one time because it's syncing at the moment. And if we hover over Cubby, we don't get anything at the moment, but as it's syncing, you will get some information there. So first of all, let's show you DropBox. With a single left click of the mouse, we can see a folder up here that's going to show us most recently synced files and ones that have changed. Okay, from there we can click the settings button in the bottom right, and this will show us how much space we've used. It'll show you what's going on, and in here you've got your preference and settings. So quite a good interface. We can click the Dropbox folder icon there, which will load our Dropbox folder, and that will show us what's inside. I've not synced everything on this computer because we've got quite a lot going on there. So I'll close that for now. Obviously you can navigate through that folder, drop your files in there and just treat it like any other desktop storage area. So that's DropBox. And moving on to Cubby, we've got a very similar situation. If we right click to bring up some information there. Let me just see if we, right click and left click. Both do exactly the same thing on the icon there. The options in here are to open Cubby, which opens the folder, the software and a list of folders. We can open a single folder here, and we've got the preferences for your settings. Also, if you've got stuff going on, you'll have a little window here showing sort of the percentage of how things are moving along. We'll just open Cubby. So that gives us the main panel there showing us what's going on. We've got My Cubby here, but we've also got the option then to add make new folders, or add indeed other people's cubbies if they're sharing them with you, and they will appear in this list. We can simply click here to open the Cubby folder, and we can go through, use some of these other icons to either share, link, and sync, whether we sync this computer or not. Pretty intuitive. It's pretty easy to see what's going on, and so far so good. I've opted for a pro trial, so I'm just upgraded to that. However, from the syncing point of view and the usage, it's not a great deal different. So both products behave on a Mac desktop in a very similar manner, showing you how much is syncing and what's going on, so that you're aware, you know whether you're still waiting for stuff to come down or go up to the cloud. So yeah, good experience for both of them. We'll move on and we'll see how they behave in the Windows environment. Okay, we're now over onto the Windows machine to have a little comparison between the two, between Dropbox and Cubby, to see how the features stack up on a Windows machine. We're running Windows 7 here, but the features are going to be the same on both Windows 8 and 8.1. They'll look and feel pretty much the same. On the desktop, we've got the two icons. With Dropbox, if we double click or launch, we're going to go straight into the Dropbox folder, where we can see all our files that are currently in sync or are syncing. That will be in an Explorer view. If we open Cubby, we're going to go into that familiar splash screen that we've seen over on the Mac, where we can click to launch our folder. We'll bring straight away up our Explorer folder, and we'll see in there all our files that are being synced. And over on the right-hand portion here, we can see the options that we've got immediately without having to go into the preferences, that we can toggle sync on and off, share link, and in this window here, we will be able to see any other cubbies that people have shared with us. Down at the bottom, you can access the cloud-based version, and you can also see that what space we've got available to us. We'll close that for now. We'll move down to the bottom and have a quick look here. If we hover over either of the icons, we can see whether or not the folders are up to date. Dropbox shows its version number as well. Whether that's useful or not, I don't know. You can find that in the settings and preferences of both products. If we right-click Dropbox, we can see recently synced files or recently changed files. We can access the Dropbox folder the same way as double-clicking the desktop icon. And we can also click the little cog there for settings, preferences, and other features. We can also see in here how much space we've used in a percentage. If we do the same with Cubby, we can see that folders are up to date, and we can go into settings to get more information and play with some of the preferences there. So both a very similar experience on the desktop on a Windows machine. The only point to mention here with Cubby, I haven't found a feature yet to enable or disable to give us the option there to sync certain folders. Obviously, if you've got a machine with not a huge hard drive, you might need to sync just a few folders that you're going to be working on regularly. You can do that with Dropbox, no problem, with selective sync. So with Cubby at the moment, it looks like you've got to sync the whole lot to your desktop. Now, that could be a problem for some people. Like I say, maybe a MacBook Air with a flash hard drive and not enough space to sync, a terabyte, say. But I'm sure that's something they're working on. So both a good experience on both the Mac and Windows desktop. Enjoying using both products. Both seem to be very reliable. So there we go. That concludes the look on the Mac and the Windows desktop.
My name's Dave Harris, and you've been watching Genius Tech Review. Please subscribe below. We're going to get plenty more videos out for you of the latest tech, gadgets, advice, questions answered, all the good stuff. So keep in touch, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Genius Tech Review.